The wind is pretty horrible today, but I thought I would take a quick circuit of the building here and talk about what's going on van-wise. I mentioned a couple of 3 weeks ago that I had the van, that basically I was just waiting for the weekend to be over to get it. That turned out to be untrue. When I initially conceived of that statement, it appeared to be 100% true. Then all of a sudden, since I was going to finance part of the van, the finance needed to be on a newer vehicle. Then the finance needed to be on or I was going to have to take an extraordinary interest rate with the existing vehicle. In any case, indications were that the deal would have to be economically, structurally changed. And then I decided to go back to my previous idea, and the fact that whatever I get was going to be paid for in cash. So when I eliminate my current car payment in the next few months, I won't have any car payments on the van. I think a pay-as-you-go situation is pretty good in the fact that, if I need a new engine, if I need a rebuilt engine, if I need to have the engine rebuilt, then no big deal. I can get that done, and I'm going to pay cash for that. But I'm not going to get into debt anymore. So that was the idea. So that fell through. So my thing said the deal was done. Yeah, it was done from my perspective, but obviously not from the seller's perspective or from the financer's perspective. I had a chance to get a Sprinter van, but it was going to take financing. I said, no, I'm not doing it. So basically, I've been looking for a van that I can pay cash for. Had a good one lined up. It had been online for 21 days. And the man who went and got the van an hour before I was going to take the ride is the one who bought it. So at this point, I'm still out there looking for vans. It's going to be a high mileage vehicle, but I am prepared to make any rebuilds or whatever is required to get the engine up to satisfactory levels. I have an advantage in that initially I'm going to be a non-mobile van dweller, meaning I'm going to be in the city or in the city and the surrounding counties, but I'm not going to be taking any long trips. I'm still a day-to-day working guy, so I just need to make sure that it can function with simple city driving. City driving is a burden on a car, but in the short term, it's not a burden. So that's the status of where everything is at right now. From this point, I have a lot more work to do to find a vehicle. I'm even looking at conversion vans. The only question with not getting a work van is that you will not be aka camouflaged or low profile or stealth, at least not as stealth. The van I almost purchased was not a work van. It was a 3500, so it had the long window around it, but you can actually put up a poster or some covering, and it still pretty much looks like a cargo van. So I really regret missing that deal. It was a hotel van, which would have been a good purchase, since it was basically a van used to shuttle people back and forth from the airport. So most of the mileage on there, even though it was high mileage, was going to be highway miles, even though it's basically a local city car. So, but that didn't work out. I mean, it was like a couple of hours and I would have had it. In any case, I just want to let you know what the status of it is. Now I'm still looking. In fact, I'm looking even more seriously. I can't go out this weekend and do any searching because I'm going to be on call, so I'm going to be attached to my phone with a leash for 48 hours, which is going to kill my whole weekend. I'll be working at nights during the weekdays, so there still might be a chance to go out during the weekday and do some looking. But unfortunately, the fact I'm working at night does not mean I won't be getting calls during the day. That's how our own call works. In any case, just want to give you a quick rundown. I'm still working on the charger inverter box for the van. So basically, since all of my plans on getting the van have been delayed, I'm just going to begin to build the inside of my van. I'm going to try to get something that's pretty ubiquitous or common, and I'm going to build around it. So far it's a toy box. If I get a small chest of drawers, you know, for a young boy or young girl that's not very high, then that would probably be fine in a van. So I would get that and just and begin to build basically from bits and pieces. So when I get the van, it's going to be not completely load and go, but maybe 60% load and go. In any case, that's all I've got. I'm going to complete this walk and I got to get back to work. But I want to give you a report on what's been going on, because I kind of dropped off the planet with the van plans when that van went away, and I've been hustling trying to get another one so I could avoid making this video until I had that one. But you know what happens.